Back here, this the original store went all the way over. I'll keep showing you. They just built this extra part.
Kind of like a little add-on.
Yeah, people made an apartment in here. Back here, the old part. It used to. That's interesting. Water. Might have to pump that out. There's a drain in here. Back, all the way to the back of that, you can see the original windows where they just put them in, buried them inside of the walls. But kind of odd because they didn't even go all the way over to this wall.
Wonder what made them not want to come to the full wall. Unless it was just something quick that they did.
Yeah, I've never figured out why they did it. I just decided I wasn't going to change it. Watch this stuff right here. Here's this type of electric box that, like, these are just shut-off switches. They're not breakers.
Look at these old fuses too. You don't see them very often anymore.
Right. I don't know. I think it's gonna get changed out.
I would imagine.
The electrician said it still works, but it's old.
Are these stairs stable?
Yeah. Better than the bottom.
Yeah, I got the. About 3 years ago, I decided I was going to go to the old school and look at it.
See how bad the roof is out here, over that part.
Look at this old wallpaper. It's really cool.
Yeah, that leak is from years ago. And the floor doesn't get wet.
Yeah, as long as the floor don't get wet, that's all that matters.
They redid the roof and stuff before I got it. Up here, when I first looked in, peeked in, there was a carpet and a pair of woolen shoes from about 1960. Just sitting here. Like, that's kind of spooky.
It is.
This carpet, when I went to take it out, it just shredded. It was so old. And not a layer of dirt that thick.
Well, that's something to scare someone.
I thought it was kind of funny. Propped up there and had a hat on it.
It's one way to keep people out of the store.
Huh?
It's one way to keep people out of the store.
There was one person I wouldn't go in. He was about 12. And I was having a garage sale here. He's like, his friends wanted him to come in and look at the stuff. That place is haunted. That was the first time I heard that. This is just stuff I'm storing for my brother.
No, this would be something scary.
Yeah, with the right music and
Yeah, with right music and dark, cold day.
better.
Old bathtub.
Take a look at this next one. That's the first time it's been opened since I've got the building.
You've never opened that? That's crazy.
Lipstick. Jet oil, a new larger bottle. What do we got here?
It's probably cough syrup. No? Oxblood shoe polish. Interesting. It's amazing what you find in old buildings.
Yeah.
Foot care.
Scoop.
Well, some of this stuff is old, some of it's not. Oh, that's where they dispose of razor blades.
Yeah, that's what I was just now opening this up for, to see if it had the slot like that. So in the wall, there's probably a bunch of them.
Well, I guess if you end up pulling the wall apart or something.
Oh, I got family coming over. Oh, laxative.
A mild laxative. Oh, and the paper's ripping off.
Well,
It's empty, sadly.
somebody needed it, I guess.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Fungostatic, antiseptic, fungostatic, bacteriostatic.
Interesting. Deodorant. It's a little liquidy now. I've never heard of some of these brands.
What's that? $1.93.
Yeah. $1.53.
I was trying to see if it had a store on there, but might have came from here.
Question is there a date on it? I don't see one either. You usually have one.
I don't see one.
The real question is what's all behind this wall now? We leave you alone, Mr. Spider. Little telephone.
Last step is where you have to walk a little salsa. Week.
What is this? Some type of torture chamber?
That was a corn crib. We're drying ears of corn. They would dry it over the winter to get their seed for the next year. Hooks went over each of these. I think I've got some out there. If I can find them, I'll show you. But then you put an ear of corn on each side.
That was probably back when they actually picked corn instead of
Did
harvesting it
right.
with an actual combine. You actually had to pick the ears of corn.
Yeah, and then they'd save their seed corn for the next year. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey. No. You ever put one of those ears together?
It's a pretty neat place. Now, out of respect, if you see the camera pan up or pan down, that is because there are tools, and per his request, he didn't want that to be shown. Certain things he didn't want shown. Would have been the store. Towards the back. What's that brand say? See if the camera will pick it up. Bailey case and cooler. Pennsylvania. Nice. I just not noticed that was up there.
That was here. There's another little one somewhere.
Are they toys or?
Yeah, it's like a
No.
cork gun.
Cork gun.
It wasn't up there, I just put it up there because I thought it was kind of funny.
This is what a cooler looks like, huh?
Yeah, they put right inside the deep off the truck.
Oh, that's where the big freezer's at. This would have been like a refrigeration area.
Yeah, they hang their sides of beef here, and then they would cut them up, and then whatever people wanted to buy. I'm turning it into like a cistern room. I'm gonna collect rainwater instead of using the sulfur.
Yeah, that'd be a whole lot better. Now, were some of these old equipment right here, were they part of the building when you got it? Or?
Those came from my son's great grandma's farm. Her grandparents used those.
It's cool.
They didn't want them, so they were gonna toss them out.
It's like, why would you toss something old like that? When there's manufacturing date. It may or may not pick up on the camera.
I worked at the Jennerville plant over in Archville. At night, I would have to go around walking each one of the coolers and opening it up. Well, one night, one of the doors you had to open up and go up the stairs. When I opened the door, they hung this hazmat suit with the mask and the coat hanging down the pants. So when I opened up the door, it looked like a body hanging on the back of the door.
That would have creeped me out.
Yeah, 2, 3 in the morning. Another cooler door over here that's got a metal plate on it. Electrician's kind of got his stuff like on the other side of that door.
Is this like the drying room or something?
I don't know if it was just overflow for what didn't fit in the other one.
Well, here's a belt looking thingy. It's from Goodyear. Truck V-belt, automotive and truck V-belt. Made in Canada. I'm guessing that's gonna be really old because it's Goodyear, and I don't think Goodyear makes belts anymore.
I don't know if we can get this open far enough. There's the light there.
The standard of industry. This was made in Chicago.
Yeah, it's like Butcher Boy, Bucher Boy, or put it in there.
I would almost have to get a piece of pencil and the paper and scribble over top of that to figure that out. Looks like an eye though.
flashlight?
You left it upstairs.
Okay.
The camera shows it looks like an eye. Since 1885 or 35, one of the two. 170 North, Sagamon, in Chicago. Says it's USA built, so.
Yeah, I thought that was some of the scary stuff.
Where's the cistern at?
On the outside. This room insulation had fell and everything when I first got it. I thought it went all the way around to the other side, but it doesn't.
Mm.
So I made storage out of it.
So this was actually added on, or was this actually part of the store?
Let me think. I think this was part of it.
I was gonna say it looks like it was probably part of the store at one time.
I think so.
'Cause usually you could see if it was added on or not.
Yeah, because the back of the green building is back here. Get myself mixed up where I'm at. I think this is the back of the building, but
It might be.
when you walk around the other side, you can see they put a lot of sheds and lean-tos out to the side of this. Well, here's the back of the building, this wall right here. The original two-story. Because that stairway goes over top of this bathroom.
Yeah. I would hate to be a claustrophobic person. My bathroom is awful small.
Yeah, there's another one up here that's the floor's out of.
Calendar's from 2005. It's probably not even a restaurant anymore.
No, I brought that here. It actually became a place, the people turned it into that restaurant. Look, real close, you can't see it. Chinese people lived in there. I think they got raided or something for being illegals. And a sweatshop type deal.
Well, it used to be right there.
I'm guessing it was some kind of a wood stove, or they had a vegetable stand of some kind.
You say it had to be some kind of wood stove though, because there's a wood stove pipe right there.
Right. This was laying in there, but there was no furnace or anything when I got the building. So I'm getting ready to put a wood stove in there.
Little office.
See this? I think the last people modified this and put these rooms in.
What did they use this as?
They were turning it into apartments, and I think they were trying to get 6 apartments in here. There was 6 different bathrooms at one time. I've ripped a number of them out.
But the dude just give up on it.
I think they did. Found something cheaper and moved on. Too much work for them. We're gonna go. I'm gonna show them the cistern. Well, I got a root beer out here for you and some drinks for Ray. This did have buildings on it, but it was all rotted. And you could walk straight out from that where the floor is weak and the old part. They sold used clothing and stuff out in this part.
This was before the other people got it, or?
Yeah, when it was a store building.
Oh.
The people in the one picture, the color picture. I was gonna tear this all off, but then I thought, well, this part seems good enough that it could be.
Could be used as a little storage area.
Right. I might, if I move that semi-trailer out of there, the cistern's over here. If I move that semi-trailer out, and turn this into a garage, box the sides in.
You just gonna keep the trailer on the property then, use it for storage too, or?
I think I might. Right now I've got a lot of windows and scrap wood in there.
So this is the famous hole where everybody got hurt or died.
Yeah. It's a lot of bricks and.
Did they fill it in after that incident happened, or?
Yeah. It was 3/4 full, and then I put stuff in on it after the last few years.
So if I read the article right, it said a 11-year-old or a 13-year-old.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was that young. I just reread it last night. The feathers are just from
Birds.
a big stuffed thing that the dogs had out here. Had a little kennel set up out here last winter. Well, they ripped it all to shreds. And
Good place to have a dog, you know, if it was heated and such. Like just to spend time out here for a little bit while you're trying to do something inside.
yeah, this I think I might use it for a wood storage.
Yeah,
If
that'd
I-
be more better though.
If I get another wood stove inside. I was gonna put a big wood furnace out here.
And the big outdoor ones.
Yeah, and have it go through and tie into the vent work for the building. That way all the heat would be boxed in inside of this
That'd be smart.
bricked area, and then just blow it in. This, I don't know if you want to look inside of this little trailer.
Yeah, that'd be cool to do.
That's this one. The only thing I don't like is how the water collects.
I'd say it's only collecting. From the looks of it, looks like it's slanted some.
Right.
So that's why the water's collecting. If the bricks could get moved out of there, then probably the water would drain off. Probably get a drain or some such. Now, does this trailer have any wheels on it, or is
No.
it just... Looked like it was an old reefer trailer.
Yeah, you can see on the other end of it.
It smells like old wood in here.
Yeah, there's a can of kerosene or something sitting up there. Paint thinner, I don't know what it is.
A lot of old things. There's an old jug.
Some of this wood will get burnt and some of it I might reuse.
You just gotta burn the bad stuff to keep the good.
Yeah. And have full nails on it. It's been there a while.
Yeah, I bet you these were probably put here when the street was just little.
Different cistern drains sticking around. Like over there's a couple.
I was gonna say, looks like them were something else too.
Like a draining where they had their cutting area for the meat. See how you get confused where the old part of the house was.
Yeah.
This had a shed on it. I had to take it all off because the electric wasn't allowed to be inside of a covered.
Area.
Right.
Some weird safety rules.
It was pretty far gone anyway. That's kind of this section I haven't got to yet. So I may put that siding on this back part or go with metal. Takes a lot of time and money.
So you said you're gonna attempt to turn it into a store?
At one time I was, like a thrift store.
But too many government regulations.
Right. Electrical engineers, structural engineers, architects. It has to be a higher grade electricity service. And then special rules on what kind of shelving you can have for food products. Then for the water, they said I had to call the EPA and health department. Had to get fire marshal, state fire marshal. All these people come and inspect and sign off.
Now, do you have any other plans then, since that kind of got thrown off the bus?
I'm fixing it up to live in.
It's going to be a home away from home type of thing? Or going to be fully livable?
Fully livable. Upstairs we're going to be storage or studio space of some kind.
I think both would be nice.
I forgot to add to the video, in case you didn't say it loud enough or you couldn't hear it. This was an old abandoned store in Cecil. It used to be a store in Cecil, I should say, in Cecil, Ohio. He bought it. Walter bought it, and he was gonna make a thrift shop out of it, but because the expenses and government regulations, he couldn't do that. That'd have been way too much money to do. So what he is decided to do now is to fix it up and make it livable, and he's gonna move into it. So it's not really abandoned. It's owned and getting fixed up right now. I was very fortunate to be able to explore something like this, being that it's going to be his personal home. But many things are going to change. And yeah, I have another abandoned video coming up soon after this one, whenever this weather decides it's going to, figure itself out in life, whenever Mother Nature decides to make up her mind whether she wants to rain or be nice and warm or cold or windy or... But other than that, yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that it's not going to be explorable. I was very fortunate to be able to do it, because I've always wanted to know what it looked like on the inside, especially ever since I was a kid. And yeah, so I appreciate you for watching, and I appreciate Walter for letting me video that property. And I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.